Hello, hello, hello. I got people waiting on me. Hi, Val, and hi, Robin. How are you? How are you? Hope all is well. Sorry I was a few minutes late. As soon as I sat down, I couldn't find my phone. I was like, oh, I gotta get the phone. You never know. You gotta have that phone with you. So I had to get up and go find it. Like, where is my phone? Anyway, I am here and you guys are here, and thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So, hello to everybody out there at Facebook land and YouTube land. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for supporting me and participating. And also, I want to thank everybody that will be looking at the uh, replay that will be ready as soon as the live is over with. Whenever you watch it, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. And before I forget, when you watch it, if you enjoy it, don't forget to do that thumbs up. It's very important. I always tend to forget that. So let me put that at the beginning, then I can put it at the end. But anyway, thank you so much for joining, participating, watching. And if you are so inclined, please come into the chat and add your little 2 cent to whatever it is that we're discussing. So I thank you so much. Hi Becky, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Um, you all do not know what I have gone through today to get here. My. I managed to do it though, but my studio was totally flipped and turned upside down. And at 3 o'clock, it looked like a tornado had come through it. So I was pushing myself to get everything in some type of order where it would be presentable to get on live, and I managed to get it done as I had hoped and anticipated around 5:30. So that gave me a little time to get things together, have a bite to eat, and chill a little bit and contemplate on what it is that I was going to talk about. But I tell you, it was a lot. Hi, Beverly from the UK. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. If I'm not mistaken, it's pretty late in the UK. It probably is around midnight. Am I correct? Let me know. Um, but thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I know that you were thinking at one point about joining the sew along, even though it was going to be super duper late in the UK. It's not too late. There are people that were unable to. Oh my goodness, it's 1 a.m. Not midnight. It's even later than I thought. So 1 a.m. But anyway, I do appreciate you joining. That's dedication for you right there. That is dedication for you right there. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it. Um, who else popped in? Think that's it. So while we're waiting for more people to come in, I'm sure there will be a few more people popping in before um, I get started. I usually start around 10 after, so that gives everybody time, hopefully, to get themselves situated and get in so we can kind of start together. It doesn't matter what time you come in because whenever you come in, you're welcome. But uh, Becky and Robin and Val are part of the sew along. So of course we meet tomorrow, and I hope everybody's ready. Everybody is going to be available tomorrow. I hope so, so we can move forward. There were a few people that weren't uh, able to attend last week, so those of you that didn't, don't feel bad. You were not the only one. So hopefully we'll be able to have a full house tomorrow. I hope. If not, it is what it is. What can I say? So Beverly, you said you bought the quilt as you go bag ready to make it up. Okay, good. So you can just do your own thing, or you can pop in if you want to pop in. If you're inclined and you're up at that time, which would be 7 p.m. our time, Eastern Standard Time over here in the US. If you just let me know before we get off tonight, and I can put my email in there, and then I can send you the passcode ID. Um, what do you need? You need the passcode and the ID to get in. And you can pop in and say hi and let us meet you if you're so inclined, if you're going to be awake. But if not, that's okay. But you got everything that you need. So you can just do your own thing. And who knows? Do the reveal when we do the reveal once we're all done. I don't know when we're going to do the reveal yet. We haven't discussed that yet. But we have until the 1st of May, which I know that most likely we will go at least until the 24th, since there were a few people that were not able to participate last week. So I want to make sure that everybody is able to get the 3 weeks in, if that's what they choose, or if that's what everybody wants. But anyway, we can discuss that tomorrow night among ourselves and so along. But I just thought I'd bring that up since we are waiting, and most most of the people that are online right now are part of the sew along. So what time is it? Okay, it's 8:09. So it's just about time. And I decided, because we usually it's usually important that you kind of give yourself a head start if you're going to do any kind of projects or anything for any special occasion or a holiday or anything like that. And so, with Mother's Day being just a month away, I thought that this would be an appropriate time to talk about it and talk about unique gifts. And I don't know if anyone um, actually gets involved in doing a lot of Mother's Day gifts and doing things to sell or what have you, but we all have that opportunity. And I do know that several of us do make things and sell them and so forth and so on. So I thought I'd just think about some of the things and we can discuss them and try to come up with something a little different than what we may normally do. So I do have a list of ideas that I just want to throw out there, and everybody is welcome to throw things out themselves that they think of or that they've done or that they would love to receive. So this is a perfect time for that, to just have this conversation to get our creative juices flowing so we can get started on our projects and have plenty of time to get things out in time enough for the holiday that's coming up next month. Hi, Danielle. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Um, Appreciate it. And Val, you say you're playing catch up. That's okay. Like I said, you weren't the only one that wasn't there last week, so uh, you're in good company. You're in good company. We did not have a full house last week, so that's okay. So don't worry about it. Hopefully, everyone, like I said, will be able to participate tomorrow night so we can move forward. And we have some very fast sewers, as you know, that are practically done and probably done by now because they were practically done last week. And so we've been gone a whole week. So I would not be surprised to find out that they're done with their bag and probably starting on another one. That would not surprise me at all. But anyway, that no big deal. That's okay too. So, okay, let me get started on Mother Day gifts and ideas. Now, for me, I have to say, I have really never put a lot of energy and stock into Mother Day gift giving because unfortunately, I lost my mom as a kid, and so there was no mother per se to do gifts and stuff for. Now I had mother figures, of course, that I did do gift giving and what have you, but it's not, in my opinion, for me personally, it was not the same as if it was your own mom. And but as I got older and was more involved again with mother figures, it became a little bit more important to celebrate those people that had been nurturing in my life and thank them for what they did as I call them surrogate mothers. And I had three. I had three people that I considered surrogate mothers that kind of helped me along the way in my growing up and what have you. And to be honest about it, none were relatives. None were relatives. So when you're thinking about Mother's Day for now, don't think that it has to be number one, your mom, or number two, it has to be a relative. So, expand that horizon. And as I put in my little note, you have aunties and big sisters and neighbors, um, in-laws. You have men, uncles and dads and brothers that have picked up the torch and have been like a mother figure, even though they're men. Not to be sexist or anything like that, but you don't have to be a female to have played the role of a mother. And as we know, you don't have to be a relative or a mother to play the role of a mother. There are a lot of women that have mothered children that are not their own, or may not have even had children, and they love doing those kinds of things. And these are the kind of people that you can also honor. So always think about those kinds of things when you are thinking about a gift, or if you're making things to sell. Think about that as well, because that expands the possibilities and opportunities of the things that you could possibly make. And then, in addition to that, I did want to look at or explore some things that may be a little different than what we normally do for Mother's Day, which, you know, and we're talking about things that we can make, things that we can embroider, things that may, you can, and I can only speak of three crafts: embroidery, rhinestones, and sublimation. But I do know there are people out there that quilt. I know there are people out there that crochet and knit and do other crafting things that definitely, um, you can create things. I can't speak on those things because I don't do them, but we need not forget that, and please feel free to throw in those ideas as well, because it is important. And Beverly, you said in the UK, Mother's Day was on the 10th of March. Okay. All right. You know what? I personally, and I have to forgive me for that, but I'm so used to Mother's Day being in May. I've not looked up what date it is for this particular year. It's so bad. That is so bad. Mother's Day is on the 12th of May this year, because I knew it's usually if I'm not mistaken, the second Sunday in May. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't look it up, because I'm pretty used to that's what it is. Second Sunday in May, and then of course Father's Day is the third Sunday in June. That's kind of the tradition here in the US. So for us in the US, Mother's Day will be celebrated on May the 12th, which is the second Sunday in May. And as I stated, that's right around a month away. So that gives us about 4 weeks to get things done. And if you're planning on putting anything out there to sell, then this is the perfect time to do that and get things made up. Hi, Ann. How you doing? It's been a minute since I've seen you. Hello from Virginia. Y'all, I think I can stay up until 9 o'clock now. Okay. Well, then that means you got a little while. Um, and Beverly, you said Mother's Day in the UK is normally mid-Lent. Okay. All right. Good. Good to know. And I'm so glad that we're learning a little culture of something abroad. So that's really good to know. And there was somebody, I can't remember her name, and I feel really bad that was from Hawaii that came on a week or so ago. And hopefully she's out there and she'll pop in or whatever. Not to say Hawaii is the US, but it's not the mainland. So I found out then that there was a different time zone. I For some reason I thought the time zone would have been the same as California time zone, which is what, Pacific time, I think. So, but she said it's Hawaii time. I did not know that. And I've been to Hawaii. I did not know that. We weren't paying any attention to the time. So I did not know that. Hi Marissa, how you doing? Happy Tuesday to you as well. Thank you for coming. So what I did as usual is query the AI to see what they had, to see if they would come up with anything that was different than what was already on my mind, and a few things that they mentioned, but not a whole lot that's different than what I had thought about. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about some of the things that I thought about. And the one thing that popped up in my mind, and one of the reasons why I thought Mother's Day, was Embroidery Library, which is one of my go-to places for a lot of my designs. Embroidery Library and Urban Threads, they're kind of like sisters or whatever. They have been having these embroidered panels that you put on these glass blocks. And I don't know if any of you have seen those. And I have to tell you, my goal tonight, or my I won't necessarily say goal because I didn't do it, but my thought process earlier um, was to be able to pull it up on my shared screen since I've done that, and show you what I was talking about. But for those of you that didn't come on right at the very beginning, when I told um, Robin and Val and whoever else was on there, I believe it was uh, I forgot who it was. Anyway, I was struggling in this room. I had gone over to my daughter's house and helped straighten out some things over there, and because she's having company, and the room that I was using when I was there for my craft room still had a lot of my stuff in there, and it was scattered everywhere, of course. So I went over there to help get all those things together and put up neatly out of the way or what have you. And then I did bring some things over here. Don't have room to bring everything over here. So I brought a few things over here that I needed. And so that meant I had to make room for it here, which this place is bursting at the seams with stuff already. So I totally forgot about Tuesday. I promise you, I forgot. So I was working yesterday, pulling stuff out, and moving this and moving that. And then today I had to make a run because I had to go get some cases and stuff like that. And I don't know if you could tell that I changed my case back here over here. Uh, Anyway, it's brown and you can't see inside of it, which I'm glad. I wanted to get rid of that. But anyway, I went and picked up those things and stuff, try to make things look a little neater and a little better on camera. But anyway, I had this room looking like a tornado had come through because I had pulled stuff out here, there, and everywhere out of the closet. I'm moving this, moving that, and all that stuff. And then it dawned on me today is Tuesday. I have a lab to do, and my room looks ridiculous. So here I am at 3 o'clock with this room looking like a tornado been through it, knowing that I needed to get everything taken care of, straightened up before time to go live. So I was busy, 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 busy. Trust me, I was busy. So my bright idea about setting everything up in order to do the share screen and all that kind of stuff just kind of went out the window. So, but anyway, long, long story for that. I didn't get a chance to do the share screen to show you what I'm talking about. But if any of you all are familiar with Embroidery Library, which I'm pretty sure most of you are, they have been posting for quite a bit, at least a few months, these beautiful stained glass looking panels that you can embroider and put on these glass blocks. Now, I haven't even looked up to see how this project works, but I want to because I'm interested in it. But I just thought that that would be such a cool Mother's Day present if anybody is inclined. And Robin, you say, yes, they are beautiful. So at least somebody I know has seen them. And Val, you say you're planning on doing one. I have the glass blocks and wow, that stained glass look is really pretty. It is, it's very pretty. And I think that would be such a great Mother's Day gift because it's different. It is really different. And so I wanted to make that my very first suggestion. And I'm glad there are people out there that have seen it and know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen it, just go to Embroidery Library. It's right there front and center. Our Urban Thread, I think they have one as well, right out there front and center. And they're stained glass embroidered um, pieces that you put in or on these blocks. I don't even know what the instructions say or how it's done because I have not uh, gotten the design. I've been thinking about it, but I have seen it and I think it is really, really cute. And you say you always check out their designs and free designs too as well. So check those out. That I think is an excellent, excellent gift. So the next thing I thought about are the rope baskets. Now, those are beautiful as well, very popular, and a lot of people are doing them. It seems like it's becoming more and more popular. I know it's not a brand new thing, but it has resurfaced, and you see a lot of people that will demonstrate how to do them. They don't look extremely difficult to do, but um, well, it can be done. It doesn't look extremely difficult to do, but I do know that you have to pay attention to details and how it's done. But I think those that would be just a beautiful gift as well. And you can do so many different shapes. You don't have to just do the round bowl. It can be it can be round and shallow, or it can be round and tall, or it can be in different shapes. There are people out there showing you giving you tutorials on how to make different shapes. Marina's not on here um, yet. Hopefully, she'll be able to come on. But she did one in a heart shape, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And it was her very first bow. So it can't be extremely hard. She was able to do a beautiful shaped bow uh, on her first try. And she saw a class and was following along with the class. So I thought that that would be a really good gift as well. Now I know Sulky has a class that you can pay for. I think it's $20, 19.99. I paid for it. I haven't done it yet, but if I remember correctly, you have lifetime access to it. So at some point in life, I will because I have the rope and everything, and I definitely want to do it. I just haven't taken the time to do it. But if you're so inclined, you might want to think about doing that, make the rope baskets. And there's so many different things that you can do. And that was one reason why I wanted to take that class because they were going to show you different techniques, shape different shapes, how to put the fabric on it as well. So it's rope and fabric mix. I've seen tutorials on YouTube. Again, it doesn't look extremely difficult to do. It is something that you have to, it's a skill to learn, but it doesn't look extremely difficult to do. And that would be an excellent gift. There are people that are making big bowls, little bowls, coasters, and placemats. So you don't really have to do the bowl because to make the bowl, you have to kind of tilt the tilt the rope as you're doing the zigzag stitches around, and that's how it turns into a bowl. But if you just lay it flat and keep going around and around, of course, you're going to have an opportunity to do it as a coaster, or you can do it big as a placemat. But it's different and it's unique, and that's what's important. You know, when you're thinking about giving somebody something, you want it not to look like everybody else's stuff. And one way of doing that is just doing something that is personalized and kind of unique and a little bit different. So give that a try if you haven't already, and just think about it. Hi Joyce, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Joyce from Philly and JE. Hi, thank you for stopping by from New York. So the other thing is uh, 3D puff vinyl. Now this is not embroidery. This is vinyl. I have done that. I was messing with that over the weekend, and I said messing with it because I had to learn how to do it. I don't know if you guys. I may have mentioned this before. I have lots of vinyl, and I've never done it ever, ever, ever. I have cut vinyl out just a little bit and used my Cricut Joy to put an initial actually on a little glass. That's my extent of vinyl. I never ever did any vinyl or HTV and heat pressed it or anything, cut it out. I've never done it. I kept saying I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Wasn't necessarily afraid of it. I guess I just wasn't interested in it. So I saw a video. John Deere, and I mentioned this to you guys, went to the Impression Expo in Long Beach, California, and he stopped by, I believe it was the Stalls booth, I believe it was, and they did a demo using Caesar 3D Puff, and I was intrigued. I said, "Oh my goodness, this looks really, really cool." And then I had the opportunity to see another person, Ada, which Val, you know him personally, do a tutorial doing 3D puff, and he did monocolor. He did black on black, and that really stood out. So I got the bright idea that I was interested in doing something like that as well. So I did, and I won't go any further because too much information is a gift. But I did it. But it was so funny because not only did I not ever do vinyl before, I chose to do my very first vinyl project using 3D puff, which is not regular vinyl. So that's an issue in itself. So picked a complicated vinyl to be my first. That's number one and two. And then the second thing, I got a brand new scanning cut, brother scanning cut, and had never used it ever in life. And I chose to use the scan. And I could not get my Canvas workspace to work. Still haven't gotten it to work. That's a whole different story. So I had to figure out how to use the scan and cut using the LCD panel, and didn't know exactly where my manual was. It was in here somewhere, which I did find it today. And so I'm one of these button pusher people. So I'm pushing button, trying to figure out which button to push that's going to do this, that, and the other. And I had looked at a video that talked about cutting vinyl with the 3D, um, not with 3D, with vinyl with the scan and cut. So I knew a little bit about what I needed to do as far as the settings were concerned, but I didn't know how to figure out the settings on the machine. I figured it out. So anyway, it took a minute, but I got it done. It took a minute, but I got it done. And I was so proud of myself because it came out so cute. But again, a long story. That 3D puff is cute. That 3D puff vinyl is cute. If you haven't tried it and you do HTV vinyl, give it a try. It's popular. It is trending. I think Angela Jasmina just did a video on it. I haven't watched it. I just saw the title, and I know there's a lot of people that are doing 3D puff. Now, Ann, you said Caesar HTV Sparkles. Yeah, now I have their glitter vinyl. And I've used their glitter vinyl, because I just lied. I did that once when I did the cut and cut and stitch um, demo that you guys that I did a video on, and I did the Diva shirt, and I did the embroidery, HTV vinyl, and rhinestone. So I did do that, and I did use their glitter vinyl. And yes, it is very pretty, and I have some of that. So that's actually the first vinyl. So I stand corrected. I have done vinyl. I did that. I had forgotten about that until you mentioned and about the glitter vinyl. So that one I've done. And you say you use so much ATV with your scan and cut and appliques on embroidery machines. Okay, well, good, good. And Robin, you said good for me. And Robbie said, I saw her video yesterday. Yeah, like I said, I saw it posted, but I did not watch it. So I'm gonna have to fit it in. It's kind of hard to fit in all these videos that I want to. And Beverly, you say you just done that Friday for the first time. Okay, good. So we're moving along, but I think that would always, I think that would be something really, really cute to do for a Mother's Day gift. Now I know we've been doing the mama shirts and grandmama shirt and Gigi's and Nana and all of that kind of stuff. Um, Appliques or embroidery or whatever. But that would be so cool in the puff now. I'm telling you, that would be cool. Cool. Even if you've done one for mom already, it's a whole different look. It's a whole different look. So I think that would be an excellent gift. And if you've already done the hoodie, you can, since it's getting warm, you could do a shirt, a t-shirt or something, or you could do a light jacket or something. So think about it as a Mother's Day gift. I think it's something different that mom would enjoy. So um, that's a thought. So the next thing is an embroidered greeting card. Now, some of you I know have already done embroidered greeting cards. I have. They turn out really, really cute. You have to have, or you should have, a design that is digitized specifically for the greeting card because you have to use paper, you have to use card stock. And if you don't use one that has been digitized correctly, you can put holes in the paper. I know that for a fact because I use regular font to write something on there, and that's what happened. So I know that it happened. My greeting card turned out absolutely perfect. Is when I tried to do a second page with my own sentiments on there, and I used the thinnest font that I could come up with, but it still punched a few holes in it. So I know that that will happen. Now, I believe it is designed by Juju that has the alphabet that is designed for cards. So you can get your design. I got my design from Embroidery Library, the one that I used. It was a birthday card, but Designed by Juju has lots of cards, but they also have that alphabet. So if you're thinking about doing a card, I would recommend that you get the alphabet. And I do know, like I said, Designed by Juju has it. And catch their sale. I think they still got a sale on now, like 5 for 5, 10 for 10, something like that. And it may be part of the sale. I don't know. But check it out and catch a sale because that's how I got mine. And that way, even if you have a pre-design, a pre made up design for your card for the front, if you want to put a personal comment, statement, sentiment, or whatever in the inside, which is what I did. If you're using the alphabet, then you can just type, and it's a BX font because I'm in Brilliance. You can just type it out and you can put I love you or Happy Mother's Day, Mom, or thank you for all you've done, whatever, in the inside, just like a Hallmark card or something. And don't have to worry about punching holes in there, and it all flow together and look really nice. So I think that that would be an excellent Mother's Day gift, even if you're going to give her something else that you didn't make, like some roses or a big beautiful plant, or take her out to dinner or whatever it is that you may normally do. This little token would be something I think that she would cherish and keep, because I did a birthday card for my husband and I embroidered, and he still has that card. He loved it. He loved it. And so I think that that would be a really nice gift too if you hadn't thought about it. Um, the next one, now this is nothing new, but you can make it cute and unique, and that is embroider on tiles. Now, there are so many different, kitchen tiles, bath tiles, golf tiles, spa tiles. Um, the robe is not a towel, but oftentimes it's terry cloth. You can personalize that. Things like that, especially a robe that can be personalized. I think that would be really, really cool. But instead of just having a towel, personalize it. Put something cute on it, and then put an initial on it, monogram it, or her favorite flower, her favorite fruit, her favorite food. There's so many different designs out there that you can find if you don't digitize, that you can find that you can use to put on the towel. They embossing now. Embroidery Library has quite a few embossed designs. Now I know she's been doing the lamb and the rabbit, and now she's got the a Bigfoot, and she's got a moose and some more stuff. I think she got a bird or whatever. But if you go in and just Google, not Google, but search on Embroidery Library for embossed design, she's got flowers and roses and crosses and all kinds of different other designs that are embossed that you can put on a towel, especially a terry cloth towel. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. And you use the variegated thread for the background. I don't know if you've seen these tiles. They turn out absolutely gorgeous. And I know mom would love that, especially if you do some type of coordination with the bathroom, or in color, the color of her bathroom setting, or the color of her kitchen setting, or what have you. That would be something really sweet and unique that I think she would really, really love. So I just wanted to throw out think about tiles. Now, on the um, thinking about the kitchen, don't forget pot holders and things like that. Can't forget table runners. We just got done with those table runners. And I did placemats. But I don't know, some of you have seen on Facebook, if you see me on Facebook, I did post my Easter table with my placemats and my runner that I did for Easter, and I think it turned out really, really pretty. So if you were to do something like that and make the set for mom, so she can set her table for Mother's Day, do some type of spring or summer motif placemat and table runner, it'll be a hit. And then if you want to really get creative and generous, do some personalized napkins and throw that in there too. You will have tell her that's her Mother's Day and her birthday present. I think she would appreciate that quite a bit, quite a bit. So let me see what you guys are saying. Answer, don't forget to thumbs up. Appreciate that. And you need to do a hat with that puff. Yes, yes. Now I have a video of puff vinyl, not puff vinyl, puff with the foam that I did a cap with. But you can also it's heat press. So as long as you're able to heat press your hat, then you can use the puff vinyl. And the one thing that I do want to make sure that if you guys haven't done it, you can only heat it once. So once you do it and heat it up, and that's it. Whether it came out right or not, you can only do it once. You can't go back and put a little bit more heat on it, or a little bit on this side, a little bit on that, whatever. You hit it with heat one time, that's done. Because if you put any more heat on it, the puff will flatten. They even tell you cannot iron it. So whatever medium you decide to put it on, make sure that they are aware that they cannot iron the puff part. Now they can iron around it if they need whatever it is on needs to be ironed to look nice. They just cannot iron directly on top of the puff vinyl itself. So I just want to throw that out just in case you haven't done it. But I would recommend you look at somebody's tutorial or whatever first, unless you're brave and you want to try it. If you catch it on sale at Michael's, because Michael, um, I bought some out of Michael's, and I think it runs like 21.95 or 21 whatever, but they were selling it for $9. So I got a roll for $9. So that's not so bad. That way, if you mess it up and you have to redo it or whatever, you're not wasting a whole lot of money because you didn't pay that much for it. And Joyce, you said, look at the tutorial on Embroidery Library on making cards. Okay, good. And your grandkids love making cards here with the scan and cut. That's a good idea because the scan and cut does have different projects and things like that that's already built in there where you can cut stuff out, which you can do that with most cutting machines. I know Cricut, you can do all of that kind of stuff. It's not necessarily built in that I'm aware of. It could be. I don't think so because they don't have an LCD panel. But you can go to the Cricut Design Center and do all of that kind of stuff. Mentioning Cricut, I don't use my Cricut that often, and to be honest about it, I've only used my Cricut for rhinestone templates. I've not used Cricut for anything else because I don't do vinyl, as I told you. So I don't have the subscription. I had it, stopped using it because stopped paying for it because I wasn't using it. And I do remember the conversation maybe a year ago when they were talking about changes and what have you that was being made at Cricket. So I went on Cricket the other day when I was trying to decide whether or not to use the scan and cut of the Cricket to cut out my vinyl, my 3D puff vinyl. And I went on Cricket and I was unpleasantly surprised that they only have one free font. One free font. If you don't have a subscription, each font is $4.99. I think you can upload fonts that you own up to a certain amount, if I remember correctly, which I don't own any because I don't do that. But for me, I was like, you have got to be kidding. Or you can get a subscription. And then they did have like, what was it, a 30-day trial, a 7-day trial, or whatever. And, I could have, put my credit card in there and did whatever, and canceled if I wanted to, which is what I was thinking about doing until Andrea, my girlfriend that has scan and she's has a scan and cut, and she said, "Well, they got the alphabet in the they have fonts in your scan and cut," which I didn't know because first time opening it up and using it. So I went in there and found, and luckily they had several fonts that comes with the machine. So I was able to come up with something. So I nixed Cricket. But I was like, you have got to be kidding. I didn't know that. Because again, like I said, in my projects that I have saved, they're all rhinestone templates. I've never used my Cricut or design space for anything but rhinestone templates. Even in my Silhouette Business Studio, I've only done rhinestone templates. I've not done HTV. So was not aware of all this other stuff. But in case you weren't aware, now you are. J, the embossed initials are lovely on a hand towel and are only $1 each. Okay, is that at Embroidery Library? Because I know that they have, and I don't know when it ends, but I think it's going to end tonight, Rhett. Their dollar sale may have ended or is ending very, very soon. So are you referring to Embroidery Library? Let me know. And you also said you embroider all cards on your embroidery machines. Just have to make sure you have designed specifically for cardstocks. Exactly. That's what I said. You have to make sure that your design for, if you're going to do a card, has to be digitized to be stitched on cardstock, or you're going to punch holes in it. And that's what I was explaining. Your card design needs to be digitized for cardstock, and your lettering, if you're going to do personalization, needs to be digitized for cardstock. And Designed by Juju does have a set of alphabets that you can purchase. Therefore, you can type out whatever you want to because I have it and they have it. So, um, and then Anne, you said love the built-in fonts, and I'm sure you're talking about scan and cut. So do I. And Jay, yes, the dollar on Embroidery Library just checked one. So um, I don't know when the sale is over with, but I know they were selling uh, embroidery designs for $1. Let me check right quick and see when that sale is over with. Hopefully, it's not over with because I really didn't look at it to be honest about it, and I did not realize it that they had embossed alphabets. Did not realize that. That's how they get you. That's how they make you spend money. That's exactly how they make you spend money. Okay, now um, on here it says Urban Thread Shop Embossed Designs at Urban thread. I don't see the dollar. I don't see the dollar sale anymore. They have a bunch embossed designs, but they're not a dollar. That's Urban Thread. Let me go back to Embroidery Library and see if they still have the embossed thread embossed for a dollar. I'm not sure that they do because I know they had it for a dollar for the longest, and they said that it was going to end soon. And again, like I said, I did not go in there to buy anything because I had already gotten what I wanted embossed. I have several embossed designs that I've bought from them, but I was not aware that they had the embossed um, alphabet. So, mm-mm. It doesn't say that they have embossed alphabet. Hmm. I'm not getting any embossed alphabets from Embroidery Library. And I'm not sure that they're still on sale, the dollar sale. I don't think the dollar sale is still on. They have a ton of embossed, they have a ton of embossed designs, as I mentioned, but I don't see the dollar sale. I think their dollar sale is over with, and I don't think that they have embossed. So, okay, where are you, Jay? You said Embroidery Library has the script letter and block letters are still a dollar each. I only purchased the letters I needed, not the whole set. Just search embossed W as an example. Okay, let me do that. Because I just put in embossed. Okay, I got the dollar. So it is in there. eh, um, Wonder why it's not coming up saying that they're still selling their designs at a dollar. Let me see what other thing that they have. Okay, see their soft squash is no longer on sale. Their flamingo, they have a kitten, they have a duck and tulip, a bear, the lamb, the bird, the squirrel, the rabbit. None of those are on sale anymore. So their embossed designs are not on sale. But we did establish the W is on sale. And I'm trying to see if I can get a different letter I put embossed S and I don't get it. Huh. Okay. I put in embossed script and I'm getting numbers now. And I am getting letters. Okay. So put in script letter embossed and they are $1. Let me see if I can make this big enough where you guys you can't see it. Can't see it. Anyway, they have if you go into embroidery library and put in embossed script, then it will come up search results for embossed script and it came up with the alphabet as well as numbers that are embossed. So thank you for that, JE. I appreciate it. And JE, you said the whole set is $17.87. Okay, if you want the entire set, which would be worth it if that's what you're interested in. And what else did she say? The script letter S, 7.8 inches is what I saw, priced at $1, available in sizes, so forth and so on. Yes, I did see that. Like I said, I went through it. Once I put in embroidered script, as you said, I found it. And they all are $1. So if anybody's interested in that, that's where they are. And in embroidery library. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. But that would be a cute gift, a really cute gift if you want to do an personalized embossed tile or something along that line. Um, and these, if I'm not mistaken, it well, of course, they use the knockdown stitches. But if you put that beautiful variegated thread or something behind it, I think that that would pop out so cool. I might just go in there and get my S out of there. I just might do that. But I appreciate um, the tip. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you said the embossed initials are lovely on the hand tie and only $1. And right, we talked about that. Let me see, where are we? And Beverly in the UK, Scan and Cut is brilliant and love that you can send designs to and from Brother Embroidery Machine. And yes, you said wirelessly. And so we did talk about the emboss and all of that. Now, since you brought that up, Beverly, let me tell you what I found out today. Not today, Friday. I was in the process of trying to get my new scan and cut all set up with Canvas workspace, so forth and so on. And because I wanted to be able to tell my group how to do it. I still haven't gotten my Canvas workspace to work, and I was on the phone with brother for an hour. We did get it to work. I was able to go in there, but then when I came out and went back in there again, I could not log on. That's the issue. There is a log on issue that I have not been able to get resolved. But what I have found out, and it's probably my mistake because I didn't do all of my research. I unfortunately listened to a salesperson. So be very careful when you're listening to salespeople when they're trying to sell you something because oftentimes they're working on commission and their job is to make the sale. Now, when I was in sales, I did full disclosure. I did not leave important information out. But with the new scanning cut, well, the scanning cut, the SDX 325 or the SDX 330 is set up to talk back and forth to your brother embroidery machine. However, unless you read everything through or they tell you, it does not talk to your 10 needle machine. It will only talk to a luminaire or stellaire. Luminaire or stellaire. If you do not have a stellaire, be it the combo or not, either one, or the luminaire combo or not, either one, it won't talk to it. It does not talk to any other brother machine, just the stellaires and the luminaires. Period. It does not. Now, you can use the USB port and transfer and do all of that. That's not an issue, so you can still get everything that you want to do. But now, Ann, you said it talks to that. When the SDX 325 does not talk to it, and this came out of Brother's mouth. I specifically asked about the 10 needle machine. I was told by a brother representative that I called up at Brother International USA, and I was told it only talks to wirelessly to the luminaire and the stellaire. Now I have to call them back to have them work on my Canvas workspace again. So I will try to get that corrected, verified, or whatever. But what I was told, because I specifically asked about the 10 needle machine, I did not ask about any other brother machine. Now, and you're saying that it does talk to your NQ 1700E, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I just know that I was told Stellaire Luminaire. The other thing that I was told is that you have to have a 2.4 gigahertz internet. That's what I was told. Now, I do know my girlfriend Andrea was able to finally get her set up. She went through heartaches and pain and all of that, and but she got it set up through my connection and all of that. So, and you're saying that any machine that is wireless. Now, that is interesting because the 10 needle machine is wireless. It is wireless. And I was distinctively told it did not talk to that machine. I was distinctively told that I had to have a 2.4 gigahertz internet. This is what brother told me. So, Ann, I'm glad that you're telling me that that is not the case because that gives me ammunition to go back and talk to them to get some clarification. So you say you have the SDX 230 DX. I don't know what to say. I honestly do not have to say what to say. Now, Beverly, I am so glad that you're telling me that yours talked to your PR 1055X. Now, let me get some clarification. Explain what you mean by talk to. Can you send your, if you want to applique or something, say you created an applique on the 1050 on your PR 1055X, you create it on the machine. Can you send it to your scan and cut and have it cut? Can you do that? So, and you said, oh, you're saying that the other ones don't connect. I'm just telling you what they told me. Now, send PES to scan and cut. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are correcting that information because this is the information I got from them. This is the information that I got from brother. And I do remember that um, um, the lady on All Brand that talks about the scan and cut all the time, she does the after hours. She specifically said, if you look at her video, she's showing you how to connect uh, Canvas workspace up, and she herself says it only works with Luminaire and uh, Stellar. So I'm going to have to get clarification. Now, Danielle, all of you are saying you can send PES to scan and cut. The 1055 PR uses the PES. So I'm confused. I'm very confused because I'm new with scan and cut. And I don't know what it can or cannot do. I was just told that it does not work. I do know that, like I said, um, Andrea was able to get hers set up and working, but she has a Stellar. So I can't really judge that. Now, Beverly, since you are doing yours with the PR1055X, which I have, and you have the NQ 1700 E. I can't talk to that because I don't know that machine, but I do have the PR 1055X, so I can talk to that. And that's what I'm glad to hear. If it works for you, Beverly, then it should work for my machine. So I need to get some clarification from brother because I was specifically told by brother the other day on Friday that it did not talk to my machine. That's what they told me because I was highly upset because she told me, well, you can always use your USB. And I was like, yeah, but one of the reasons I bought this is because I was told that you could, it communicates with my machine wirelessly. And that was my expectation. So, and Danielle, I know you just got yours. So if you said you heard the scan and cut reads PES files also, it should because that's brother. But I don't know. Now, and the 325 and the 330 are the newest scanning cups. I don't know what they connect to. I have exactly. But they're supposed to be the most sophisticated ones. They're the brand new ones. I have the 325. I'm gonna I am going to check on it and then next week I will come back and I will let you guys know what I found out. But I'm telling you what I was told by brother on Friday when I called them up because I was having trouble with my getting my Canvas workspace set up. I didn't even go any further with trying to get my connection set up, which is the software we're supposed to talk back and forth. Once she told me it didn't talk to my machine and I had to have a 2.4 gigahertz internet speed, which I don't. I have a 5 and it's 2.4 more or less. I mean, if you got a 5, that should I don't understand. I do not understand. I'm just telling you what the woman told me. She had me very confused and very upset because I felt like I had been duped, that I had gotten a machine that was not going to be able to do what I wanted it to do, even though I did get it for other reasons, not just to be able to talk back and forth to my machine. That was one of the highlights that I had an expectation of. So glad to hear this information that I'm getting from you guys. That's the whole purpose of us talking and doing this. So I'm so glad you're sharing that because I don't know. I don't know something that I've never done before, and you guys have. So that that is helpful, extremely helpful, because I am definitely going to be talking to them if it's at all possible tomorrow morning and getting this mystery resolved. The other thing that my girlfriend told me, she had to go, she had to sign up for Artspira in order to get her stuff to work. which is confusing because, again, Art Spirit, according to this lady at Brother, only works through your mobile phone. And I'm not doing stuff through my mobile phone. If I can't connect to my computer, then that's a problem. And Danielle, you said try the free version first. I'm not gonna pay for Art Spirit. Period. I have it on my phone. I just have never used it, and I have not um, activated it on my 1055. I have. I just haven't. I have not had the inclination to do so. That's why. Art Spirit is free, but they do have a subscription. You can use a tablet or phone. Yes, I know they have a subscription, but they do also have it free. And if I was to use it at all, it would be the free version. I'm not paying them $12.95 a month. And I made that very clear to Brother the other day because I told him I gave him my opinion. I thought it was a ripoff, and they shouldn't be pushing that down our throat. And that's what I told her that. And I said, I'm not fussing at you because this is just a job for you, but please relay this to Brother. They need to stop pushing Art Spirit down our throat because everybody's not interested in Art Spirit. And I don't know anybody that wants to pay for it. So at least that's how I feel. I don't know anybody that wants to pay for Art Spirit. And if you could only use it on your mobile phone, come on, who wants to do that? I don't. I mean, it's a convenience, but I don't do stuff on my mobile phone. Not when it comes down to my embroidery. I don't. I don't use it on my mobile phone. So many cutting designs and embroidery designs. So I guess they have a lot, which is fine. And again, like I said, I don't do a lot of that. The embroidery stuff that I saw, the little bit that I saw, I wasn't impressed. A lot of stuff was very simple, and I like more complex designs. I don't like a whole bunch of little simple little, teddy bear here and a duck here and a quack quack. I don't do those things because I just don't. But anyway, hi Taisha, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I guess you got out of class. Um, off the machines work off of 2.4 internet. You may be able to back your internet speed to turn 2.4. Comcast has both running into the house. If you have Comcast, check with your carrier. Okay. Um, yes. And yes. And I did. And this particular person that I was talking to was so busy trying Xfinity. The young man, I called him up because my I live in an apartment and my apartment complex has decided that they wanted to charge us more money for amenities, but in order for them to justify charging us more money, they have decided to give us quote unquote free internet. So I called them up to let them know quit charging me for internet because my complex is paying for it pretty much. So he was too busy trying to sell me a phone. I had to constantly tell him, let's stay on point. My purpose of calling you was about this phone, about this internet. We can talk about this phone another day. But right now, so I know you want your commission, but that's not why I called you. I had to do that 2 or 3 times to get this man to focus. So we got the internet situation taken care of. And then I asked him about the 2.4 because is that more or less? To me, it's less. So if you got it 2.4, whatever. Instead of him answering that question for me, he sends me an email about it. I haven't read the email. And the reason I didn't read the email, I was no longer interested because when the lady told me that it wasn't going to talk to my machine anyway, I felt I didn't need it, so I didn't bother myself to read it. But that was to the extent of the information I got about the 2.4. Now I do know you can have both of them running in your house, because the young lady that told me I had to have the 2.4, and she said all of her crafting machines are on the 2.4 for wireless internet. Um, and she has the, regular 5 gigahertz or whatever, whatever. So I knew that you could have the two. Is it more money? Whatever, I don't know. But anyway, that part I know. So again, all of this is very confusing to me because I don't know if I got the clarification that I needed in regards to the situation with the scan and cut and my PR 1055X. But again, Beverly, I am so glad, and you too, Ann. Um, but specifically, since Beverly has the same machine that I have, then I have some kind of ammunition to go back to them and get some kind of clarification. Because if it can talk to my machine, I want it to do so. Whether I use that feature or not, I want it. I want to be able to do it regardless. And hi, Deborah, how you doing? So, got offhand a little bit. Let's get back. So the other thing I thought about as far as Mother's Day gifts are concerned, and I don't know if any of you guys have done this, but sheets and pillowcases. I've not done it yet, but I've always said I was going to do it, and something always comes and stop me. But I want to do beautiful lace design or something really really cute border across the top edge of a sheet, top sheet, and the pillowcase, the edge of the pillowcase. Those are so elegant and beautiful, and that would make a wonderful Mother's Day gift. It'll make a good housewarming gift, wedding gift, and all of that. But we're talking about Mother's Day right now, and I can just imagine the smile on your mom's face or whomever you're getting a gift for to get a nice set of sheets that have been beautifully embroidered. So I think that's a really, really good idea. Now, the next thing I have is something that we probably have done in the past, and I don't know if you want to or don't want to, but mugs and tumblers. Now, the difference could be with the mugs and the tumbler, especially you can go the 3D route. Uh, it's been out a while, so it's not spank brand new. I did do a 3D mug and a 3D tumbler a few months back. It's really pretty. It's really different. They have beautiful designs. You can go on Etsy and get a ton of them, and you can go ahead and make you can make a set of mugs for her coffee or tea, or you could do a his and her tumbler or just a her tumbler or whatever. But I think that that would be really, really cute as well. And if you're very creative, uh, my girlfriend Andrea is, she has done mugs with shoelaces and all of that on there. I mean, there's so much you can do with these mugs if you know how to do it to not have them look just like not a mug, a tumbler because you need more room. But here's a tumbler. I would not I'm not going to recommend the rhinestone because it takes 55,000 years to do it. But if you're good and you're quick, those are gorgeous, really gorgeous. Or you could just do rhinestone with the name or the initial, which is not so much. That's really, really cute. Really cute. And they have rhinestone sheets where if you don't want to do the one by one situation, you can just get a band and put rhinestone like at the top and at the bottom or something along that line and make it really cute. Maybe put her initial in it or something and juice it up where it's something special and make it look really cute. So that's a thought with the mug or the tumbler. Mug rugs. Now mug rugs, um, I've not given a mug rug out as a gift, but I know a lot of people do. Now, last week I mentioned the mug rug with the little trays and where you can do the mug rug and put it in the tray. And I painted my trays. And I showed you what the trays look like. If you looked at the dollar store haul, I showed you what the trays, they're little trays, 5x7 trays. And you get the 5x7 mug, mug rug, make it and put it in there. Really, really cute. Zhuzh it up, paint it, stain it, whatever. You can bedazzle it with either with rhinestones. You can get the big ones, the little ones, or whatever. Or you can put buttons on them, and you could put little stickers on them, or you could put pretty embroidered flowers that you could buy. They have these Chanel, if you can find them small enough, where you can get the Chanel letterings and different things like that, and just make it look really, really cute. And that would be a cute gift, I think. Um, Hi, Leslie. Thank you for stopping by. So the mug rugs with a tray or without the tray, but the mug rug is one. Number 9, wall hangings. Now, I thought about wall hangings because I've seen a lot of these garden flags, which I didn't put down here, but a garden flag is something nice. And I've seen a lot of the wall hangings, which I've not really done a wall hanging before, but it's two of them I'm planning on. Was more than two, but anyway, um, I have two of them planned to do soon. And I would love to get a beautiful wall hanging if someone made that for me. So I think that that would be something really, really nice as well as some type of wall hanging that depicts what your mom is interested in, be it florals, be it um, whatever animal, whatever. And don't forget, since I mentioned it's down here a little further, but since it's on my mind, don't forget the dog moms. Don't forget the dog moms. Dog moms are very important. I lost my baby back in 2021. So I haven't been a dog mom in a few years, but they're like your own children. So anybody that you know that has dogs, I'm sure that they would love anything that depicted them being a dog mom as a Mother Day gift. So don't forget about designs and what have you that showcases her being a dog mom, her breed of dogs. Embroidery Library has a large collection of different dog breeds, and I think it's like sketched, and they're beautiful. So you may be able to find a dog that's on there that is the breed that she has, but you don't necessarily have to have the breed. And they also have some cute little funny sayings with pugs and bulldogs and different things, different breeds of animals with funny sayings and stuff. So a mom gift or a gift for their dog, they probably would love, even though it's for her. But since she loves her dog so much, if you gave her something cutesy for her dog, she'd probably be just as appreciative. Who knows? Um, Pillows. I love pillows. I love pillows. And the embossed designs are beautiful for pillows. Personalization, such as initials and what have you, or beautiful sceneries and different things like that. They even have designs that look like cross stitch that would be pretty on a pillow. But yeah, a beautiful pillow. And it doesn't even have to be a pillow that you make. You can find a pillow already made up that may be a plain pillow that you can unzip and put some beautiful design or something on it, and then restuff it, and you personalize that pillow. Um, or they have you can make a like a band or something to go around it. I believe it's designed by Juju. Has the seasonal ones that you can do. I think they're in the hoop, and you can switch them out. I have the design, haven't done it yet, but you can switch. I have the ones for the seasons, I believe it is, because I think they have holiday one, season one. I think I have the one for seasons. I haven't done it, but I think that's a good idea. So that design is on Design by Juju. Catch all that in the hoop stuff on sale because you know they have sales all the time. Another one is monogrammed items. Now, I know we've been talking about personalization and all that stuff, which is specifically monogram, but have you thought about monogramming on her pretty white crisp blouse? Put a cute little flower motif or something that goes down the front or something that's over a pocket or on the sleeve or something like that to embellish it. Or she may even like a neckline, anything. But and those aren't embroidery, but I mean, monogram, but it's embroidery. But you can do the monogram on the cuffs, um, handkerchiefs. We mentioned napkins, things like that. I think one of the most polished look a man or a woman can have is a monogram cuff. I just love it. That's what made me fall in love with monogram years and years and years ago before I ever did any embroidery at all. I love seeing men and women that had the cuffs with their initials on it. I just thought that that was so professional and so elegant and so really, really nice. And I still think that to this day. And I think that a mom would love something like that. You know, you can modernize it now. It doesn't have to be their initials. Um, you nowadays people are wearing their kids' names and stuff all over their sleeves and different things like that. So that's a thought where you can put the initials if you don't put the name on there. Um, or some cute little motif like little butterflies or little sunflowers or any of those kinds of things that would be cute. And Danielle, you said you just I just monogrammed my husband's dress shirt over the weekend. See, people are still doing it, still doing it. Yeah, I haven't monogrammed any cuffs because my husband no longer wears dress shirts, but I have done his handkerchiefs. I've done his handkerchiefs. So and if your mom, depending upon her age category, may still love handkerchiefs and carry a handkerchief, so to have a monogram handkerchief is something I think that she would really, really like. So now I almost forgot about it when I was writing out my list, which is kind of funny, and that's totes. We're doing totes, and I forgot about totes. But some, especially now when you have to have a bag of some kind to go shopping now in Maryland, um, a tote, personalized the tote. It doesn't have to be a monogram. It could be a beautiful picture or something funny or something pertaining to grocery or whatever her favorite shopping thing is or her hobby or any of those kinds of things like that. A beautiful flower, whatever, but something that is near and dear to her heart on a tote. I think she would just love because you got to use it anyway. Might as well. A framed embroidered design. Now, what do I mean by that? Pick out a beautiful embroidered design that you can make a picture out of it and then put it on canvas or put it in a frame or a shadow box or something that she can hang up like a picture that she snapped. If you're able to do one that's like a portrait, that's even better. That's even better. But I think a framed embroidered design would really go over very well as a Mother Day's gift. I also mentioned toilet paper. Now, for me, that would be it's a gag gift. It's a gag gift. I would not want that to be my Mother's Day gift, but as a gag gift, a white elephant or whatever, I'd get a chuckle out of it. But you never know. Some people like that kind of stuff, so I didn't want to leave it out because you never know. Coasters. And you don't have to be a drinker or anything for coasters because if you're like me, if you putting a glass on my table, you're gonna have it sitting on a coaster. Period. So glass top, wood top, ceramic top, whatever top, if it's my table, I want a coaster. So who knows? Your mom may be like that as well. So coasters, and they have so many beautiful different coaster designs. And I don't work for Embroidery Library, but they have almost everything you want. And they have tons of different types of coasters. Urban Thread has some too. I made a set of coasters that said the drink is on me, and it has a cute shape to it, and I made it out of vinyl. And I use that to this day, and it has lasted very, very well. And I made that. That's one of the first projects that I ever made when I first started embroidering. And I still have it, and I still use it. And the coasters are very, very nice. I also did a video, and I got the design from John Deere, their legacy design of a sunflower made out of organza. That's pretty. I made two, and I have it sitting on my coffee table. They're really, really cute. Lace jewelry. Now, we talked about lace jewelry a while back, and I made some lace jewelry, but lace earrings, bracelet, necklace, they have all kinds of designs for lace jewelry. And I think that they are really, really nice. You can make them out of metallic thread. Um, they have where you mix it with vinyl. They have them where, I mean, it's just all kinds of different designs that are available that incorporates lace or freestanding lace. So that's really nice. And then that brings me to the next one of something with freestanding lace. I did a video on putting freestanding lace on a pair of jeans, embellishing jeans. You can get one of her pair of jeans that maybe something she doesn't wear anymore because she don't wear them anymore, and repurpose them. Put lace on it, zhuzh it up, make them cute again as a gift, or just get her something brand new and do it. But freestanding lace, and then you can also do crosses and bookmarks and beautiful flowers and all kinds of things with freestanding lace. So um, that's an option as well. Now I mentioned totes, purses. Now I did a few little videos on some cute little purses. When you're doing in the hoop purses, if you have, depending upon the size of your hoop, my hoop size, largest size is 13 by, um, well, I use the mighty hoop, so it's 13 by whatever it is, 8 by 13. So it's not going to make a huge purse, but Urban Thread has several designs for purses, and the ones that I like the best as far as size wise is their clutches. They're really cute. And it's a nice size. It's kind of thin, so you can't put a bunch of stuff in there. It'll hold a phone and and a compact and some lipstick, and then she'll have to have a little thin something to put her credit card and ID in or whatever. But it's cute. It's really, really cute. So, and it's a challenge. So it's something different that you can make. And Beverly, you said monogram scarf. Thank you for that because I did not think about that. I do have on here down there about a shawl, but I didn't think about a scarf. So that's an excellent idea because I used to wear scarves all the time, and they're coming back. And you do have to, we're talking about moms, so you have to think about the age and their era. And I'm at that age. So some of the things that I'm talking about are things that me as a mom would love. I didn't mention this in the kitchen thing, but I did write it down because I was scrolling through and I saw it and it jogged my memory. Casserole covers are the containers that you put the casserole dish in, and you can personalize that. They have patterns and designs that you can even make them, but even if you didn't make them and you bought them, you could definitely personalize them. So that's something else to think about. And I brought up, put down stuffed animals. Now, I don't know about your mom, but I have always loved stuffed animals. And before I got a dog, I always was buying stuffed animals. So I guess I needed a dog. I don't know. I needed something to squish and to hold and to love, I guess. I don't know. To baby, I guess. But I have a whole box full of stuffed animals. And I have this big, huge, giant dog. Now, the other animals I have, I will reluctantly give them away. Don't reluctantly give them away because I need to pare down. But nobody's getting my big giant dog. I had this big, huge, giant dog. Ain't going nowhere. That dog gonna be with me until the day I die. I love stuffed animal and I love that big giant dog. So who's to say mom would not love a beautiful, nice, squishy um, stuffed animal? And then you can just embroider on it. Embroider on an ear, tail, or paw, or whatever is easy to get to embroider on and stitch back up or whatever. But I think that would be so cute to do that. Put if they name their stuffed animal like me. I was talking to my grandson the other day, and he remembers the names of my stuffed animals. He's 34, so he remembers that from being a little bitty boy. But yeah, he remembers being my stuffed animals, and every one of them had a name. And I can remember at one time I lined them up on my couch. I used to just have them lined up on my couch, and every one of my stuffed animal had a name. They were people to me. When I got a dog, I kind of grew out of that phase a little bit, but you don't know. Mom may love her stuffed animals. Composition books, book cover, large or mini, the ones that I made, like this one, and this one has where you can put the pen in the pocket. I don't know where my pen is. I took it out for something and I haven't put it back in. But these are really cute. I love them. The elastic closes them up. You have your ribbon that holds your place, and they can be used for whatever. And you put the composition books in there, which is $1, and so they're always, you can change them out, and she can use it as a journal. She can use it to write notes. She can use it to write recipes, whatever the interest is, and it's inexpensive and easy to make. So, and then it can be personalized. I made one for Secret Santa that Jeanette did for Baroque Sewing and Craft. She does a yearly Christmas um, exchange, and it's a Secret Santa thing, and I made a set for my person that I had pulled names for. So one part of the set of things that I sent her included a little book, and I personalized it with her initial and everything on it, and everything else that I gave her was personalized with her initial, so it all became a set. But anyway, I thought it turned out really well, and she liked it, so I was happy. Didn't want to leave quilting out. I'm not a quilter. I'm trying to learn, but those that do quilt and crochet and knit, don't leave those things out because those make good gifts too. Because oftentimes people want a blanket of some kind, or the little knit and crochet things are so warm and cuddly and stuff. A laptop, Lord, a lap quilt will keep you warm. And I don't know about you, but I get chilly sometimes sitting up watching TV and stuff. Here it is April, and you see I got long sleeves on. Why? Because it's chilly back in my room. And I probably will wear a long sleeve all year long. I'm anemic anyway, but so I get cold. But nonetheless, people like us that get cold often like stuff like that that they can wrap up in and everything like that. And then I also somebody mentioned the scarf. I think Beverly, you mentioned the scarf. Well, down here I have the shawl, a blanket, a lap size quilt, personalized, or a shawl, because again, whatever era your mom is in, used to wearing shawls to church or something to put over her suit or her dress or whatever. And who wouldn't love to have a beautiful shawl with an initial or some type of personalization on it, a beautiful cross, a rose, or flowers, some type. Who knows? I think that they would just be very proud to go up into church on Mother's Day with something like that on that was given to them as a gift by someone they love. And then I also have makeup bags and shopping bags. And when I have shopping bags, I know I mentioned totes, but this I'm talking about insulated. And I know that there are some designs out there that also will allow you to insulate the bag. So if they're using it for shopping, they're going to the store and they're going to buy something that requires it either stay cold or um, no dripping or anything like that. If you insulate it and everything, but it's personalized, or you can buy one that's already made, which is what I would do, and just stitch wherever you can stitch that's not going to penetrate through the installation, because you don't want that to be ruined unless you can figure out a way to patch that up, which I think is possible. But if you make it yourself, of course, you can do the stitching and stuff before you put the installation material in there. But I just thought that that would be something different and unique. And then the makeup bag, um, for in your bathroom or vanity or whatever, if you want to put some makeup in there, or if they can use it when they're traveling overnight or what have you, where they'll have a nice little bag that they can just stick their makeup and stuff in, their cosmetics or what have you. You can buy these already made, and all you need to do is stitch on them, or you can make them. They're quick and easy and simple, no big deal. Kind of like a rectangle, stick a zipper on top of it, or you fold it over, put a snap on it, whichever one you want to do, and bam, you have a makeup bag that you can personalize and make it your own and make it really, really cute. So those are the gifts and ideas and stuff that I came up with that I'm hoping are just a slight bit different than what you may have been doing all the time. And that was what I want to do, is just bring up something to make you think about what can we do a little different. What I didn't mention are something that you can do rhinestones or sublimation. And you can add rhinestones to almost everything that I mentioned. Because I'm a rhinestone person. I don't do vinyls. I'm trying to get into it. but I do rhinestones, and you can put rhinestones on almost anything that can be heat pressed. If you can get that template made that you want and add it to whatever it is that you do, then that's going to give some bling to it, and that's going to put a ring to it, and they're going to like it. And Leslie, you said dog mom neck scarves for the dog, the bandanas with the name on it, and poop bags with the breed of the dog design on it, which is excellent. Which is excellent because, like I said, we love our dogs, and whatever you give me for my dog is a gift to me as well because I'm pampering my little poochie, and maybe one day, hopefully, I'll get around to getting me another one. At least that's what I want. I miss not having a dog. And you also, Leslie, mentioned mug rugs are very quick gifts, about 30 minutes or less, and is a quick gift in a pinch. Yes, it is something quick, and they're so personalized. You can make them different sizes. You can make the little bitty ones that fit into the tray, or you can make them a lot bigger. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. They got tons of designs, tons of designs. Or you can just do a monogram or something simple and quick that you want to. So it's not something that you have to spend a lot of time on. And it make beautiful fabric. Get some really cute fabric and stuff, and fix it up, and bam, there you go. You got a cute little gift to give, and tell mom that this is for your morning coffee or your afternoon tea or whatever it is that she does, and her libation or whatever. And whenever you are partaking in these things, just pull your mug rug out, and then you can always think about the person that gave it to you, and so we can have that connection. So yeah, I think those are really, really good ideas. I appreciate it. Any other ideas that you guys can think of that I did not mention? Um, Let me see if I missed anything that may have come up. Sometimes I don't see everything. I try to keep up. I try to keep up. Something else that I didn't mention that is not embroidery, but it is a craft, and that's etching. You can buy the material, the etching powder. They have a kit too, and you can definitely get inexpensive glasses, as we talked about last week, from the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store, whichever, Family Dollar, whatever, whatever, and do an etching of some kind. Personalize it with initials or whatever. So I think that is also a really, really nice gift. Now, Val, you were saying personalized lap scarf. I am not what is off the name, but I was asked to make one for someone. Okay. But yeah, a lap scarf for I'm pretty sure all of us know what that is. But anyway, that yes, that is really something that would be nice to give to your mom or one of the mothers of the church or what have you, and personalize that. I think that they would really, really love that. Beverly, you said midge pod embroidery to the lid of wooden jewelry box. Okay. Yes. I'm trying to think midge. Okay. Midge pod. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying as far as putting. I can't think of the process right at this moment, but I do know what you're talking about to decorate the tops of a jewelry box or something that's wooden or whatever to make it really really cute. And again, you know, like these wooden crafted boxes and things that you can get at Michael's and places like that. Um, uh, PVA glue glaze is what you're going to use to do the Mod Podge. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yes, Mod Podge. Yes. Decopod. Thank you, Val. That was in the back of my head. I was trying to come up with that word. I was definitely trying to come up with that word. 'Cause I know exactly what you're talking about. Thank you. But yes, that would definitely be something really cute. And you know, you can use these pre-made things and decorate them up so cute. I was in Walmart today and I they had these buttons on sale. And I thought about it. I said, that would be really, really cute to just get some cute buttons and just cover the top of something. Or like the trays I was talking about, go all the way around the sides of them with the different buttons in the color that really coordinates with your mug rug. Or like I saw some sunflower ones, and if you had a sunflower mug rug or roses or any of those kinds of different cute little buttons that they have, and then they got the big jars of buttons. You could just do random buttons. You know, some people just like that kind of stuff. And then they also, of course, have the jars of the rhinestones, the cheap rhinestones that come in all the different sizes and colors and stuff that just kind of makes things look really decorative that you could use to decorate some of those things. Those things are just, you know, it's crafty, of course, but it kind of goes back to the days when we were kids. I don't know about you guys, but of course, I didn't do it for my mom, but my kids did for me. They, when they were kids, every year I'd get something they made. I'd get something they made. And they pour their little hearts into it and make mom something really cute to give me for Mother's Day. And you cherish those things, you hang on to them. And there were some things that I got that I kept for years. There were some things I recall them going down the street to the little five and dime store and buying and bringing home. And I kept those things for years. And they sat out prominently for display because it was a gift from my kids. And these were kids. So can you imagine what mom would feel like if she's getting something from grown people that may have a little better skill? Their skill has been honed a little bit, and what they make is going to turn out looking really, really cute. I think that mom would just love it. And, you know, I keep saying mom, I'm talking about any mother figure of any kind. It doesn't have to necessarily be your biological mom, because as I mentioned early on, I had surrogate moms, is what I called them. I did, and none of these were relatives, but they were uh, in different phases of my life too. So it was kind of like from the time my mom passed up until I was fully grown, even my kids were grown, I had some woman in my life that was like a mom to me. and I felt very close to that person, as I said, like a mom. And it felt good to have that type of relationship where you felt like you had a mother in your life and a person that you could talk to, um, confide in, get advice from, and each one had different purposes in my life. Some were more helpful with taking care of the kids. Some were helpful a little bit more financially, and some were helpful a little bit more spiritually. I can remember the last one that I had was my ex's great aunt, and she was my mom as far as I felt at the time. And but she was a prayer warrior, and it wasn't nothing for me to pick up the phone and ask for prayer, and I got it. She prayed right there on the spot, on the phone. It was yes, indeed. Yeah, I call her up in a minute. Hey Bernice, I need prayer. Hey Bernice, I need that spiritual help right now. I'm struggling, and I get it. And then I of course go on the prayer list and all of that and stuff, and it works as far as I know. Even would it be sometime I need prayer for my kids. This is something that's happening. I had two boys in the military. So there was a whole lot of I need prayer for my kids going on. And one of them was in Desert Storm. So trust and believe me, it was a lot of I need prayer for my kids. I need that help. I need that help. And we were I felt very, very close to her. And I know that that was one of the reasons why I did, because I felt that spiritual connection. And she was an extraordinarily sweet person. And the other two were, like I said, it's interesting how you go through these stages because they all were different, but they were all necessary. And so I always felt like, as they said, the Lord give it and the Lord give it and the Lord take it away. And you know, my mom left, but he gave me substitutes. So still blessings. That's how I always saw it. That's how I always felt it was in my life. But so when you're thinking about moms, don't necessarily think it has to be your mother. It can be mom, grandma, auntie, uncle, sister, best friend, good friend, in-laws, all of that, all of that. Whomever you feel that is a mom in your heart and spirit can be someone that you can reach out to on Mother's Day. And as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be a female because there are men out there doing it. There are men out there doing it, and they need to be recognized, not just on Father's Day. If they doing double duty, just like women do double duty, and they need to be recognized on Father's Day too. And if a man is doing double duty, then I feel he needs to be recognized on Mother's Day. Because if you're doing that double duty, then both of those holidays are yours. And I do know some gentlemen that are doing double duty and doing it well. And I commend them. I commend them. And their children commend them as well and recognize it. And recognize it. So that's that. So I didn't realize it's 10 o'clock already. But I hope this has been beneficial to you guys. Again, again, again. We gotta have that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Thumbs up helps the channel to grow. It helps the algorithm, which is a computer. to push it out. They're not going to push it out if I don't have all of the things, the mechanism in place, which is subscribe, like, share, notification, and comments. They look at all of those things. Comments are important because they know that you're actually watching, or at least that's how they feel. If you comment, then you've actually watched the video. Of course, if you like, that means you enjoyed the video. If you subscribe, that means you're committed to the channel. If you share, again, you liked what you watched, you got something out of it. You hit the notification bell, that means you want more of it. So all of that goes into play with the algorithm, and that's what helps the channel to grow because it pushes you up. It pushes you up um, so people can find you, and that's how you grow. If they put you out front, where when people do searches, they can find you, then that's how new people like Beverly find you. And then they say, okay, like JE, they find you. And they say, okay, I want to get involved with this. And that's what makes the channel grow. So that's the reason why I'm always asking for the thumbs up, the comments, the subscription, the like, and that notification bell. So I do appreciate it. If you would do that, I appreciate your support. It is so I am so grateful for that and thankful. I truly enjoy talking to you guys and preparing information and sharing it with you. And I love the feedback and the participation. So let's continue to do that. And before I sign off, I just want to remind the ladies that are part of the Sew Along tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on the dot. And I hope everybody has all of the information that you need to get on because I think I got that all corrected. If for some reason you don't have both the uh, what is it, the passcode and the ID, then let me know because you got to have two. I thought it was only one, but you got to have both numbers. So if you don't have two numbers to put in, text me, let me know so I can get that information to you. But I think everybody does now. I think they do. So with that being said, Leslie, you said send the info out again. I will do that. I will send it out again. To make sure that everybody has it so we can all get on tomorrow without any snafu, um, and then move forward with that. So, with that being said, I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to say good night and thank you again and have a wonderfully blessed rest of the week. And as Becky says, see everybody that's part of the social Society Crew Sew Along tomorrow night. And Christian, were you on here? Because I'm just now seeing your name. But anyway, good night. I hope you're not just coming in and leaving at the same time, but you can always watch the replay. So good night, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.